Howdy everyone, Jack West here. Welcome to the second video in my series of spank grass experiments. In this one I found a video of Billy Strings sitting in a hotel room by himself playing the melody to an old Bill Monroe Bluegrass tune called Big Sandy River. At this tempo it was tricky, but after a couple of days of practicing, I managed to be able to simultaneously play a percussion part and a rhythm guitar part along with Billy's melody. Check it out. That was the Big Sandy River, Bill Monroe tune, and of course me playing along with Billy Strings. So I'll provide a few more details now for anyone who might be interested in learning more about the guitar technique that I'm using and kind of my overall concept for what I'm calling spank grass. So, I'm kind of equal parts guitarist and inventor, and I'm working on inventing this new style of music that is really based on this new technique that I've developed that I call the Acoustic Spank. And so the concept of Acoustic Spank is to play like percussion grooves that are consistent and like really the basis of it. So you're like holding down a solid percussion groove while I'm playing bass lines and chords. And a lot of the time, freely improvising those bass lines as well. And kind of the idea for this style of music that I'm calling spank grass is really based on the fact that even though I'm really known more as a composer and band leader and like an original music kind of guy, I love playing folk music and traditional music with friends all the time, and I've been doing that most of my life. And so I decided it'd be really fun to make a record, actually, that integrates that aspect of my music. And so the purpose of this video series is really to bring everyone behind the curtain as I'm experimenting with ideas. So this video and all the videos in this series are really just experiments of me trying out different traditional melodies and experimenting with different ways of doing like an acoustic spank accompaniment to that, just to see what it sounds like. And eventually these will kind of coalesce into actual arrangements and songs that will get recorded. I've got the first recording session coming up in the summer, kind of in late July, I think. So I'll provide a few more details now about this particular arrangement that I just worked up. So this was a really fun couple of days working on this. It's a pretty quick tempo, so at this tempo, like the last tune that I did, I was able to play like a little bit more of a funkier kind of bass line, but at this tempo I decided to go for something that was a little bit more like almost like a surf rock kind of a feel. So just slowing down that drum groove at the beginning. So when I say drums, I mean guitar drum. So I'm using my thumb pick against the fingerboard and strings there to get something as akin to a hi-hat type of sound, and then I'm using the heel of my hand to get like almost like a kick drum kind of a sound, and then I'm using this like what I call the spank here to get almost like a snare sound hitting both the strings and the top there with kind of almost like a whip crack kind of thing. And so that drum groove, it goes something like this. And so for the A section of this tune, so this particular traditional song has two sections, A section and B section. So one of the other kind of key aspects of this style that I'm working on inventing is that instead of playing a traditional type of bass line where you might go something like, so instead of that type of a thing, I'm creating bass lines that tie into the melody by picking up on a few of the notes of the melody, and then also like to accent some more syncopated beats and stuff like that to give the rhythm a little more energy and funkiness. And so on this on the A section, the melody. So that's the first notes of the melody, and then I just put those in the bass by going. Right, so, and then I go back to chords, and because it's like a surf rock thing, I opted for power chords down there. So putting it all together. So that's the A section. And then for the B section, I decided to go for something even a little bit more syncopated. He's playing something very straight. So he's playing the melody, and the melody he's playing goes over the first chord, and over the second chord, the same thing, basically, up a fourth. And so I just picked out 3 of those notes to include in the bass line. So for the first chord, again, he plays. And so I'm playing. So just picking out the A, the B, and the C sharp. So second chord, same thing. So the way that kind of works into the overall thing I'm playing for that section, playing it slower than I did before. And you'll notice too that third note actually lands on either the 2 or the 4. And so that kind of showcases another reason why I invented this thumb pick, is that I wanted a way to be able to, when I hit, because I'm basically hitting like a snare hit basically on that at the same time as that note. And so I wanted that note to be loud enough, basically. I used to play without a thumb pick, and so it was just my skin. And it's just hard to get enough sound, like that, versus you just get a lot more articulation. And so that, again, just playing that in context, so it's like, right? And so those notes have to jump out as I'm hitting that loud spank. So that was my experiment in playing along with Billy Strings video as he was playing Big Sandy River. I got a few more Billy Strings videos that I'm gonna work out as well. I've got a list of about 20 or 30 traditional tunes right now, and I'm just working my way through them and just experimenting. So I'm gonna make videos for all of them. So stay tuned. Got more stuff coming. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, please subscribe, and hope to see you next time.